Good day. Welcome to the detailed video of the CRM for Shahi Management for real estate agents. So here we are starting off at the dashboard. Right now I'm logged into Enrique, an agent account. And just to show what you're going to actually see and what you can actually do. So you start off on your dashboard and you have a list of tasks. As you can see, quite a bit are overdue. This is because um, all of the old information from the old system has been brought into this system, and those leads have tasks assigned to them now. So we need to play catch up and get these updated um, as soon as possible. Some things are gonna just be overdue. Things like when you get somebody interested in the services, whether it's buying or selling, you're going to have tasks get created that help them reach the next milestone. Those tasks aren't going to have a due date. It's going to be a due now. So essentially, it's always going to be overdue. Something like get a contract for MLS listing agent. That may take a week. That may take 6 months, depending on what that home seller situation is. So it's just going to be overdue. So don't see overdue and think, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because you're going to have overdue on any client lead who is interested in the services. You're going to have an overdue task to get them to the next stage, and that's just going to happen. Um, but stuff like make warm calls, make initial calls, those we want to get those updated. We don't want those to be overdue because these are follow-up calls. We don't they always say when it comes to real estate, the money is in the follow-up. If you don't follow up with these people, it's you're not gonna if you don't talk to a home seller, they're not gonna list their home for sale with you. You see, so you have to follow up. Follow up is a key. Is a key. Is a key, and that's what these tasks help to keep us on top of our follow up. And that's the most important part for the task, is because whenever you do certain things, it's going to give you a task for the next step automatically. You don't have to do anything. So I always start off at opportunities. Okay, I say to myself, I'm sitting down, my shift starting. I'm going to take the next few hours to work the CRM. This is how I work the CRM. So first I go to my opportunities and I start with uh, I like to start with who's most likely going to do business with us. So that automatically tells me, well, honestly, I would start here if I already have people ready to. If I already have people under contract, I start with these two queues here. Okay. Somebody not under contract, you're going to be under these three queues. We're trying to get them under contract. So sales interested home buyers would probably be the most close to interested in doing business with us. So I'd start on this one. So I'm looking over here. I don't see any submitted offers. Found homes are pre-qualified to buy. Contacted starting processes. So I would start here. Okay. In contact, inactive, no answer. So these are two leads that were inactive or no answer. And keep in mind, this particular queue, sales interested home buyers, there is no separate no answer to inactive. They're all here on this single column. Reason being is because the people who are in this column, the people who are in this queue have been vetted. They've already been vetted and they are interested in using our services. They're interested in doing business with us. So we don't have to separate these anymore. We'll just keep it in one column. But that's going to mean that when you come in and you look at these, you're going to have to determine, hey, do I want to, you know, do I want to move forward with this? Is this a listing I need to abandon? And your notes are going to let you know what to do with it. So you can see here on July 2nd, it's quite a bit ago. It's about a month ago, but um, and this is old because in moving to the new system, we had to focus on the system versus, following up and everything. But now that the system's in place, we can get back to our follow up and we can get back to moving these people closer to a deal. So Mr. Alexander is awaiting a call from a realtor this evening. So he actually wanted to talk to somebody on July 2nd. Unfortunately, couldn't get to them that day, but that's no biggie. This tells me that I need to contact this person. Okay. So, oh, and these, these here, the only task you have from this pipeline is going to be when somebody's interested in buying, is going to give you a task that says, you know, get them pre-qualified. That's your next task. So, you call this person and you say, "Hey, Curtis, are you still looking for a property? It's been a while. Just want to reach out, make sure you're still good." You know, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm still looking for a property. I want to talk to a realtor. I want to get this. Are you a realtor?" And yeah, I can help you out. And blasey blasey. So now you've started the process with this person. Okay. So they said they're interested in buying. You've contacted them successfully. They say they want to move forward, so they're interesting. So now you can start your processes. So from the stage here, I would just simply put them contacted starting processes, or I can move them here to contacted starting processes. That just lets me know I've contacted them successfully. They're wanting to move forward. We're starting the process of whatever it is. What is the process? Okay, I got to get you pre-qualified to buy. I got to find you a home. I got to, do all this other stuff beforehand. But that's what this column is for, is we're starting the process to get you to a home purchase. Okay. If in at any point if they're not qualified to buy for whatever reason, you put them over here. And then you can follow up as needed. Okay, so we don't have much in this queue, so we'll go to the home buyers put in portal pipeline. Now this one is where the tasks are going to be at. This is where you really have to be up on your task. So if I'm looking at this board and I say to myself, there was another person that was here, I don't know where they went. But anyway, we'll come back to later. So I'm going to start over here in delayed. I'm going to say, where are we at with Mike? Okay. Hurricane happens, still need to circle back with the lead to see where they stand on buying a home. Okay, so they were looking to speak to a realtor on Wednesday, July 10th, but during this week, we had a hurricane. So I just noted that here. Hurricane happened, need to circle back with the buy. This is what they're looking for right here. So what I would do, oh, and this is a follow up. Okay, so this is a follow up task for real acquisitions. And they'll follow up with Mike, see if they're still ready, and then assign it as needed. This was an overlap one. And so, that's like I said, that's the thing. You'll come here, you well, I would do it from here just so I can see everything. And so we would have the conversation history here. We'd go to this task. We'd click here to close this task and then go to notes and get ready. We'll make the call, get our notes ready, add notes while on the call and after the call, blasey, blasey, etc. Okay, we made our notes, and now depending on what's going on with this particular lead is where we're going to put the lead at in this stage. So they're delayed right now. We talk to them and they say, "Hey, yeah, I want to move forward. I'm interested in purchasing a home. Let's get this thing started." Okay, so then I will go ahead and put them in interested home buyers interested in buying. The owners. Okay. And then I would click update, and then it's going to get to the appropriate queue and pipeline. And then I come over here and I just check what's going on in the last email. Okay, well, called Ashley, wrong number. Okay, so we're just emailing this person now to see if we can get some traction from there. So I'm going to leave that one alone. Then I'll come over here. There's nothing in the no answer again. The no answer again just means you called them once and they didn't answer. So they're here in the no answer. No, I'm sorry. No answer again means you called them once, they didn't answer, and then from here you called them again and they didn't answer, so you moved it over here. So now we got first call, no answers. We got one, two, three, four, five users here, five leads. So we'll open up the lead, check the notes. Jennifer leads, they're looking to buy 250. Okay, so we're gonna come here, open up the contact details, and we're gonna see here that the okay, so Good day, Jennifer. Received your form submittal seeking a new home purchase. Realtor's going to be reaching out. And then the agent reached out here once they got assigned to it. Didn't receive a response back, but that's fine. The text went through, so that's what we're really looking for. We know that's a good working number. Is it to the person who actually needs our services? Is the next question. So from here, we're gonna check our task, and it says our task is to make a warm call number 2. So we're gonna follow the task. Ensure the leads in the home search portal. Check the home search portal, make sure they're there, email address, and take them and contact them and take them to the next steps of home buying journey. So we're about to make the call to this to Jennifer. So we go ahead, click this. It's gonna close it out. Go to our notes, and then we'll get our notes ready and make the call. Okay, we make the call. Let's say what happened here. She is under no answer. Okay, so she didn't answer this time. So I just put her in the no answer again and then move on to the next one. Let's say she did make a call and says, yes, I want to move forward buying a home with guys. Blase Blase will change the pipeline to sales interested home buyers. And now we start the process of getting them pre qualified and more detailed on the finding them a home search. And then you just go to the next one and you go to the next one and the next one. Every day, these leads, well, I wouldn't say every day. Every, because, so if you put a task here, you may get a task that's due in 2 days, or it's due in, if it's here, it maybe it's due in 5 days. So here you get 2 days, I think, for the task, and then here it's 5 days. But essentially, every day you could come in here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna contact this person every day," and then after 5 days when it's due, then I'll remove it from the board if it's still no answer. But the expectation is if when you call the lead from over here, well, you put it in the portal, okay? But like I said, let me go back to how I work. How I work is this from the right to the left. So now I got these and no answer. This person didn't answer, so I put them over here into no answer again. So the next time I come to this person and I call them and I talk to them, or I don't talk to them and they don't answer, maybe I do it again. At some point, I'm going to say, you know what? Fine. The person didn't answer. I'm going to put them in the abandoned column, which is essentially just going to the stage and clicking abandon. So now I've done this column. I'll go to my inactive column, which is people who are going to have errors with their phone or whatever the case may be. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to determine, do I need to continue following up with this lead? If not, mark it abandoned and move forward. And so now I'm going to get to my wants to buy and my in portal leads. So start with the first one. So I don't even click a link when it's in the want to buy stage. If I'm going to work on Sarah Neopon, I would move I would move them to the in portal stage first before I do anything. I'm moving them to the in portal. That gets them away from the wants to buy. It gets them into the in portal, and then you can work the lead. So you click the lead, go to your contact details, look at the conversation history, okay, which this one does have. Look at the conversation history, and then you can see what's been going on. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the ones that was automatically set up. Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Neopon. My name is Faith. I work alongside Smith. I'm interested in buying a home. I'm here to walk you through these initial stages of purchase, help you find a dream home. Okay, I will call you in the next day or two. Please text back here anything you would like me to know prior to the call. This gives them an opening to say, oh, hey, yeah, this is blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for that, blah, 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 whatever. The case may be they respond. That's even better. If they don't respond, just go ahead and call them. Because when when you call them, if you call them from the app, you'll be using the same number that this text from. So that's why I recommend using the app. And also using the in app the phone services in app, it'll also record the call so that when you come back to this lead in 2 weeks, 2 months, you can actually have the phone conversation that you actually had with them. So you know, this is what I said to them, this is how they responded. So that's why I recommend using the in app phone services. If you're using your mobile device or even a tablet, it'll make it a lot easier because when you're on PC, unless you have a phone uh, service on your browser, it's not really going to work. I don't think. I haven't really tried it, but I think you need something so that you can hear the phone calls. And it may be just a fact that you just need a microphone and a headset or whatever, and that may be the case too. And if that is the case, that's great. More power to you because that'll work as well. But what I would do as an agent on this one, I already have an introductory text message out, so I don't need to send another text message that says, "Hey, I'm Faith. I'm going to be working on your situation." You've already got this, and this is going to happen when it gets assigned to you. So usually within 10 to 15 minutes of someone filling out the form, they're going to, well, immediately they'll get this text and they'll get this text about a minute after this text. And then it'll take me however long, 10 to 15 minutes to research and get the lead assigned to an agent. But once it's assigned to an agent, you see 7:42 a.m. 7:42 a.m. when the opportunity was created, it sent this message on the agent's behalf. That way the agent can just pick up from here and move forward. So if you call them, they already know, hey, Faith, I already know who Faith is. You work with Enrique, so it's kind of a linking together of things. So now I call them, and once again, if they don't answer, put them in the no answer stage. If they want to move forward, you put them in the sales interested home buyer stage, interested in buying. Okay. And like I said before, you should have cleared your task right before making the call. Okay. I know it says make the call and complete the task, but we know you're going to make the call, so go ahead, clear it, and then immediately make the call. That way your task is cleared. When you assign it to the next stage, which is this one, interested in buying, it's going to give you a new task and you're not going to be overloaded with tasks. So now, so we already did the interested home buyers. So we're going to look at the home sellers. Home sellers is a little bit different because any home seller that gets in here is going to already be talked to, whether it's from uh, the investment team here working in the sales and acquisitions queue, which I don't think you can see anything here, but we have a team that works here that contacts folks for investment deals. And basically, if they can't get an investment deal from a lead, um, the lead can't sell it at 50% or 60% or whatever case. They have to sell it at 85% in order to pay what they owe and walk away with a little bit of money. So that's where the team will send it over to Enrique in the sense of Enrique being the brokerage to the realtor, and it'll come here under awaiting callback. Now the difference between here is you're going to have a lot more information on these home sellers. Um, these folks will have, let me see if any of them has anything. At the basic very least, okay, so this guy was one who was selling their home and buying a home. So you'll come across stuff like this, where you see somebody says, yes, I'm selling my home and I'm buying a new home in the other queue. When you see they're selling their home and buying a home, you want to treat them like they're selling a home because they have to sell the home first before they can buy a home. You know what I'm saying? You can't go find a home to buy, but then it's contingent to you selling your home and you don't even have a seller for your home or you don't have a buyer for your home. So we need to treat anyone who says, yes, I'm selling my home and I'm buying a home, we need to treat them like a seller. So you would, contact this person and you would, get the details of their home, address, condition, things like that to um, to get a feel for what we need to do to get the house market ready. And there's different ways we can go into that, but not going to go into that here in this video. So this is why this person is over here, okay? And then we come here and okay, so we can see some information. This is the house. This is the price that it was at. Okay, so yeah, so with most sellers, sellers that our team, investment team talks to before it gets sent to you, is going to have information like this. It's going to have the Zillow address, so you can easily just click that and you can see it on Zillow here. 2018, it was assessed for 400K. You can get all your information that you need from here, but you're also going to get comps. And see, I have here unknown. If I can make a good guesstimate, educated guess about the comps, I'll put that number here. But here's HARs filtered out homes sold in the last 1 year. Um, Most of them, yeah, 3 bedrooms, one bath. It's gonna match what the actual listing is, and then you can just kind of see like right now, like 370 to 3 bedroom, one bath, 1,800 square feet, 6,200 square foot lot. 3 bedroom, one bath. So ideally, it'll have these bath filters. I didn't do this initially, but all these moving forward will have this stuff. So you can come here, you can get a quick overview, a quick idea of what the houses actually could sell for. The thing about real estate that I've learned is that you cannot overpromise somebody something. It will not work. The market dictates everything. Yeah, their house may be worth 500,000 or 550,000, but nobody's paying that much in that area over the last year for that amount of money. So, although it may be worth 560,000, you've got a house somebody's only paid up to 420. Somebody's paid up to 482. Somebody's paid up to 552. Like, does it match what this is? Is it 3 bedrooms, one bath? Is it 1,400 square feet? Is it 7,100 lot square foot? What does the house look like compared to this house? Like, you have to put all this stuff into play before you can realistically get to the point of what I'm going to list your house at. Because what'll happen in this case, let's say you list the house at 600,000 because the client's just like, no, I gotta list it at 600,000. I gotta list it at 600,000. Now, if they have to list it at 600,000 in order to be profitable, you can almost say that that's not going to work because you have to be realistic and let them know, hey, listen, the market dictates that around 420 to up to 550. That's our range. Now, where is the sweet spot in that range? Well, you may list it at 550, okay? But you let the customer, let the client know, depending on the type of interest that we get, we're going to have to lower the price because the price is the most important. It has the most weight on getting a buyer, you know, because when people do these searches, they're searching for certain price ranges. They're looking at what looks to be the best house within this range, and if your house is not up to par, but you're getting your price range is matching everybody else, they're going to see your house. It just looks like, you know, a nothing burger compared to the other houses. So when making recommendations for prices, you want to use this, and this will help you to know what's been selling in the last year. So that's a really good piece of information that you'll have for. And if you have that information here, that means that our investment team was working this lead beforehand and was looking at this to make the deals to see how can we make a deal for the client. Now some of these have the uh, text in the notes because this is from the other system, messages from the other system. So reached out to him. They said, hey, they get the wrong numbers. Look at this. He was like, great, we're selling this property. His chance to work with realtor. He says, sure, let me see what you can do. And it's like, excellent. I have Rick give you a call shortly. Um, and then the number for Enrique. So this is kind of gives you an overview of the conversation messages. And so, like I say, I would call this user, call this lead rather, and and usually you would see that text history here in the conversation, but since it came from a different system, all we can do is do it in the notes. But we're going to check our tasks. Like I say, if we're about to make a phone call, we want to go ahead and clear this box, check this box, complete the task, make the phone call, get into our notes, make the phone call, and then move it to the appropriate stage. If no answer again, send it to no answer again. If they're interested, send them to interested. Simple. Okay, so now I've worked this column, I've worked this column. This is the dead lead column. So it's at this point, what does the note say? Call client, left message. So based on my notes, I only see one call attempt. Oh wait, no, there was a successful contact here on June 23rd. Don't know what happened after that. But either way, make a decision. Oh, it may be a dead lead because something happened. I don't know. But this is a good example of, well, we don't, why is this a dead lead? Um, we don't know. All we have is call client, left voicemail, which is good. This is good. You call the client, left the voicemail. We know we had a contact on July 5th. But what makes it a dead lead at this point? Did they say I'm not interested anymore? Um, don't call me no more. Like, what is the justification for it being a dead lead versus just a no answer in this particular case? But I don't know. But since it's in the dead leads category or stage, it should be looked at and it should be determined: do I need to continue um, contacting this user, or do I need to go ahead and mark it as abandoned? So you never want to assume. Oh, I assumed I called. Well, I guess if I called the client, left a voicemail, I don't want to assume that this is a dead lead. I would have this marked under no answer unless something else happens. But unless something else happened and they said don't, they're not interested, it needs to be noted here so we can know why is this here in this stage. But I actually did start with the right on this one. I started here because I just simply didn't see it. But this Mark Johnson dude, this person is interested in a lead. So the last contact was called, no answer, left voicemail. Okay, so we need to find out. Well, we need to contact this person again and find out what's going on. So you can see the current task is get contract for MLS listing. Basically, Mark has said that they're interested in our services. So follow up with the lead, get their home listed on MLS. So once the listing contract is signed, you can complete this task. And so that's where you would leave this one at. And this will be a lead that task is going to stay there for a while, because how long does it take for someone to get under contract, to get their house listed on the MLS? It's just however long it takes. So that's going to be one that's going to be overdue. Uh, let's see. I think that gives a pretty good overview. Like I said, the last thing is just once somebody accepted an offer for a home, you've got this: get them financed and get them closed. And then on the home seller, as the listing contract is signed, get them listed on the MLS and get the home sold. So these are the queues you work here, and then the sales. I think that's pretty good wrap up of the overview of the whole system, working the system on a day-to-day basis. You want to get in here every day and follow up with these leads. Um, Even if something is due in 2 days, that's two opportunities to call. If you're here every day and you're working the leads, just give them a call every day. But the expectation is within. If there are no answer, the expectations are in the task. The due dates of the task are the expectations. You can get them done beforehand, no problem. You can work the lead every day until the due date. That's a way to do it as well. But the expectation is to follow the task, how they're presented. If there are any questions, feel free to let me know on text message or give me a call directly and we can further talk about it. I think this has been a good overview of the CRM, how everything works, the task, the opportunities, the pipelines. And if you have any questions, like I say, give me a call and we can talk about it at that point. Thank you for joining. See you on the next one.